I'm your mentor for Geeks for Geeks Java backend classes, and in this video series I'm going to show you how to use Spring-Data-JPA for interacting with relational database. We are going to use in-memory database, that is H2, for our demo, and let us see the steps that are going to be involved in this particular demo. So as you can see, firstly we are going to download JPA skeleton, which will involve downloading the dependencies from start.spring.io. Firstly, we are going to select web, that is Spring Web Starter, that is going to give us embedded Tomcat. Then H2, which is the in-memory database. Then Spring-Data-JPA, which is what this demo is going to be primarily depending upon. And finally, we'll also include Lombok, and we'll see how to use Lombok in the last stage of this particular video series. Then as a second step, we are going to define the user model. Okay, model, as you already know, it is simply a poso or a bean with some properties and some getters, setters and constructors. In the third step, we are going to annotate our user model with the add entity, define the ID and generation strategy for that particular ID. In the fourth step, we are going to define an interface user repository that's going to extend an interface JPA repository. Now this JPA repository is provided by the Spring-Data-JPA, and we'll see why we are extending this and how extending this JPA repository helps us in getting our task done in an efficient manner. In the fifth step, to test our user repository, we are going to define a CRUD command line runner that's going to implement command line runner. And finally, in the sixth step, we are going to enable the H2 console viewing so that we can view the data that we are persisting in the browser. And finally, we'll see how to try the Lombok. So hope you enjoyed this series. Let's start.